So I was a bit skeptical about doing this virtually. I felt that the only way we could get the most out of it was to be there in person. But due to COVID and all of the cancellations, we decided to try the virtual one. I have to say that I was extremely impressed with how things were run, how organized everything was, and how true to yourselves with making it a safe place. We were always respected. Nothing was forced. And we were given a lot of tools and things to explore and just ways to better communicate with each other. I think it opened our eyes to what's available and gave us things to work with within our marriage. I was extremely surprised at how much I learned about myself and my spouse. You think you know everything about your spouse, or at least yourself and how you communicate, and that's not the case. So this definitely opened my eyes to how I was acting and how I should be acting, and things I can do to make things better, and how to work on yourself specifically, because until you're happy with yourself, you can't be happy with the marriage or your spouse. So thank you for that.
And, Donna echoes a number of things that I feel appreciative of. She asked me to come to this, and I was not eager to come to it. But I'm thankful that she brought me to it. And actually, Dr. Joe, I think having it virtually makes a whole lot more sense, because we hear all that conversation in the breaks, but we can have that conversation privately and not everybody hear what we're talking about. And it has opened up my eyes to both, not only more about Donna, my spouse, but more about myself. And I thought I had myself under control, but I realized there's some things I need to work on myself. So thank you very much for that, Marriage Helper. Really appreciate it.
All right, so I just really want to thank Marriage Helper for everything that y'all done for me, for so many nights, sleepless nights, crying, all of that, having Marriage Helper YouTube channel, and then learning about the workshop, and finally being able to actually go through this workshop is definitely what I needed. Being able to get all the information all at once definitely gives me the tools and everything to help make my marriage work and last. And I'm forever grateful. I would have done anything to get this type of information to help me in my life. So I really want to thank y'all. Everybody's been so genuine and so sincere. And the fact that, when you talk to somebody and you just really care and you really, really listen to them, and you doesn't matter who they are, what background they are, I just feel like y'all are the most sincere company, and I would even work for you if I could. But I just really enjoy everything that I learned here, and I'm just forever grateful for everything that y'all have done, because without you, I feel like me and my husband probably wouldn't get to the point where we are now. And I really think that's because of Marriage Helper.
Well, I'll start. I know that I was hitting a brick wall in our marriage. I had looked at Marriage Helper and finally asked my husband to be a part of it. And I just have had a whole Bible study full of marriage problems in our little home church. And I have a lot of people that have said, don't put your eggs in the Marriage Helper basket, Mary. You know how those things are. Don't just put everything into that. And I did. I did anyway. And I cannot believe Frank and I are absolutely blown away. Friday night was, I know Oprah used to call it a wow moment. I don't know that I've ever had a wow moment until Friday night. It's as if Marriage Helper kind of has a way of pulling that place in your soul or in your mind that you didn't even know was there. And we both on Friday night had this huge wow moment of what is happening. And then the second wow moment was you're answering the questions and you're realizing you're just answering them honestly. You come to the marriage helper course and you realize, oh, wow, I might be part of the problem too. Wow, that's not so fun to admit, but realizing that we both have problems, we both trigger each other, but it's on the table. It's on the table now. We can look at it. We can say, this is something. This is what we have going on. And I feel for the first time in our, 12, 13 years almost, I feel so much hope. And I know from all the phone calls I get after 7:30, how's it going, how's it going, how's it going, that I have a line of Bible study and home church people who didn't want me to put the eggs in the basket, ready to put their eggs in this basket too, and are very excited about that. So I am so forever, how could I ever express my gratitude? Nothing what I thought it would be. And Joe, I can't thank you enough. I really can't. Your open and honesty and your story. He's been crying the whole weekend, so just look over that. Your story and how it came together just happened to be. We were too fried to do the homework last night, and then this morning we were doing it and looking to our future and how we want to affect our community and our area. And then you finishing your story, which just made him fall even more, because we have hope for the things that we could do together. Like, that hasn't happened. So thank you.
Basically, it makes you look at your core and where it came from and how come this makes you think of why this happened and why do you keep doing this. And then, like, we did our homework and stuff, and then there was a break, and you were telling us about the R's. Well, just before that break with the R's, we were talking, and it was like, well, what are we going to do for this? What are we going to do for that? And I'm like, wait a second, we're going too fast. And I really didn't answer anything. And then you covered it like, well, if you got to go slow around these. So that's what we have to do. I got perimeters on what I can, how far I can take things and how to know when I'm not doing the right thing in a certain situation. I really appreciate everything that everybody has done here. I really think that this is really going to help, and I'll be back.
Thank you.